All right, let's talk about a word you probably think you know inside and out, concrete. But what if I told you it kind of has a split personality? One side can make your ideas incredibly powerful, and the other, well, it's a lot more down to earth. Getting the difference between them, that's a real game changer.
So, be honest. When you hear the word concrete, what's the first thing that pops into your head? Is it, a solid, tangible idea? Or is it an actual block of building material? The crazy thing is, depending on the situation, you could be right on both counts.
And that's because this one little word, concrete, is basically leading a double life. Seriously, depending on how you use it in a sentence, it takes on two totally different identities. And you know what? Getting this right is absolutely key if you want your communication to be clear and honestly a lot more powerful. So let's break it down real simple. On one hand, you've got concrete as an adjective. That's when it's describing an idea, making it sound specific and tangible. But then on the other hand, it's a noun. And that's when it's just naming that stuff, the heavy building material. It's really just two very different jobs for the same exact word.
Okay, let's dive into the first one. And honestly, this is the one that's going to be most important for your professional life. We're talking about concrete when it's used as an adjective, as a way to describe an idea.
So when you use concrete as an adjective, what you're really saying is that something is specific. It's tangible. It's crystal clear. You can almost touch it. Think of it like this. It's the perfect tool for cutting through all the vague, fluffy stuff. It's pretty much the exact opposite of the word abstract.
And this is where it gets really powerful, especially at work. I mean, think about it. You don't just ask for examples. You ask for concrete examples. You don't just hope for results. You push for concrete results. And when you ask for concrete data, whoa, you're making it clear you want hard numbers, real facts, not just vague feelings or opinions. It just adds so much weight to what you're saying.
All right, easy enough, right? Now let's switch gears completely and talk about the other concrete, the one that's way more literal.
When concrete is a noun, it's exactly what you're picturing in your head. It's that heavy, rough stuff they use for building, the mix of stone, sand, cement, and water. It's what our sidewalks and buildings are made of. Super simple, super straightforward.
Like, if you say a concrete wall, well, that's it. The word is just naming the thing. There's no hidden meaning, no abstract concept. It's just a wall, made of concrete. That's all there is to it.
Okay, so now we've pulled apart the two different meanings. But why does any of this matter to you? Well, this is where you learn how to get you guessed it, a concrete advantage.
And here is the most important thing to remember from all of this. For what you do, in presentations, in reports, in business meetings, you're almost always, and I mean like 99% of the time, going to be using concrete as an adjective. Your job is to make ideas solid, not to pour foundations.
Look, if you walk away with just one single thing today, let it be this phrase right here. When you say, let me give you a concrete example, it's like a magic trick. It's a total power move. It tells everyone listening, hey, I'm not just talking here. I've got real proof to back this up. And that, my friends, makes you instantly more convincing.
So I'm going to leave you with a little homework. Think about your next big meeting or your next presentation. What's the one specific, tangible, concrete example you're going to use to really make your point land? Get that ready. Thanks so much for tuning in.